What's up, Dragon Brood? I gotta tell you, today's deck, I don't even know if it's real. Like, I found it on the internet, but the only name attached to it was just a string of letters and numbers, so I don't really even know if it was a real generated thing. But the selection of cards looks like it kind of works, so we'll see what happens. Now, that being said, I did swap like 2 cards, I think, in this list, but otherwise, this is kind of how I found it. So we're playing 3 Case of the Filch Falcon because, well, we're going to have a bunch of artifacts, so why not? I did add a couple of 3 steps ahead because we can copy some stuff. We'll see if it matters or not. There's 3 hard-hitting questions, which some removal I can respect. It plays Royal Treatment. All right, cool. Not really sure why, till we got to a couple of cards later, and we'll talk about that. But Teething Wormlet, obviously, with all the artifacts. Brackish Blunder. Now, this is a really cool card in here because it does create a map. You can use it against mono red or even against the Boros Convoke Tokens decks. Once they're attacking, you return something that's less useful to back to their hand, or something that's already loaded with all the enchantments and stuff. Like, it's kind of cool. We'll see how well it works out. Deduce, because we get a card, we get to make treasure or clue tokens. Prophecytic Memory. Now, this is interesting because it's like we don't have that many things to draw cards, but a couple of things. So, like, maybe? Like, we'll see. But it does count as an artifact, so it's still a thing. Do we have Elvish Archivist? This is the card that surprised me, but now that you go to the list, it's like, oh, okay, well, there's a fair amount of enchantments, and even Royal Treatment makes an enchantment token, and of course, there's a lot of artifacts, so maybe we're drawing cards and putting some on here, and then if we are, we're triggering Prophecytic Memory, so, like, maybe this is all a thing. Like, I don't know. This is crazy. Then we have some Ozolith, because we're putting counters, obviously, and get more counters. Chrome Hole Seed Shark. We won't be making stuff that's bigger than 2 or 3, unless we get off a big 3 steps ahead, you know, spending a bunch of mana on it. But otherwise, yeah, all right, cool. This probably helps. Zoetic Glyph, because it does what we want it to do, turning all of the artifacts into 5/4s. And Sentinel, the name of the city, because it just generates more artifacts and can help us grow our creatures. So yeah, this is a weird list, but theoretically, everything works. It was like the most I can say about it, but you know what? We'll see what's up. I don't really know. This should be a fun one. Y'all are going to see it along with me. Now, that said, after you have a blast of watching me stumble through this, at the end of the video, if you want to try this crazy list for yourself, assuming it's any good, there will be a link to Moxfield, our channel sponsor. You can download it, check it out. Oh, man. But all right, let's go into this and see if this deck is a real thing. Ooh, okay, sure. I think I'm just losing a creature here, but I'm not going to not play a Wormlet here if given the option. We have too many ways to get artifacts, so, like, we got to go for it. Or even, like, Prophecytic Memory or anything like that. Or none of those things. That's always a possibility, too. Really? Who even plays that anymore? I have to protect it, because it's one of my few creatures, but I can at least now turn that into a creature next turn. Elspeth Smite. Alright. This means they're probably playing just a hardcore control deck. Get Lost? Oh, Destroy Evil. Okay, yeah, sure. Well, I can't play it. Yeah, this feels like it's just mono white removal. Okay, there's some blue. There's some other things, actually. Alright. I have a feeling this is just going to be a temporary lockdown, so all this work's going to be for nothing. Nope, it was not a lockdown. It was a laydown arms. Okay. Let's do this. See if there's a counter first. I thought there might have been like a No More Lies or something there. Probably another Destroy Evil though. Yep. Oh, boy. All right, you got an Elspeth. Congrats. Okay, we're going to go here. We're going to fight Elspeth. We're going to attack.
If we lose, none will be spared.
All right. I mean, we're at least forcing him to use card for card for card to deal with all of our stuff. So, like, I guess you could Sunfall here if you want to. Nope, I'll lay down arms. Let's land on a threat here, deck. You're kind of a threat. You have an answer for that, too? Where the hell does recruitment officer come from in the middle of all this? Like, I'm not even joking. Like, why? What? This and a recruitment officer. Okay, then. That makes total sense. Like, what in the world? Seriously. I guess I'm attacking? Sure. You got it. There's Cathar Commando. Why not? Sure. You know what? I don't even know what's happening anymore. Like, I for real don't know what we're even looking at. Alright, sure, we drew a land. Thank you. Finally, they drew dead for a second. Jeebus. Alright, attack. End the turn. Okay, play this thing. Put counters here. Attack for 5. Yep, you got it. So this was, I guess, like a soldier deck that just happened to draw the, like, heavy control removal parts first. That's the only thing I can figure. I'm just going to save and draw with the clue, I think. And then I have enough mana to turn 2 artifacts into duders. Okay, cool. Wow. That game was so strange. I genuinely thought they were going to be playing like Wandering Emperors and the big 6-mana Emperor and all that. And then like these soldiers just showed up. Like, it's so weird. I was playing as though they had the control pile, but I guess they didn't. We can't beat anything with that hand, right? like I wanted to keep it, but literally I'm looking at that going, what do we beat? This is tough because I feel like I need this, but I don't know. Yeah, this just has to go, I guess. All right. Pass the turn. Well, we know there's just kill spells at this point, right? Whoa, there's not even that? Well, it might be stuff that's only at sorcery speed. It was. Okay, so that helps a little bit. So what's the opponent expected to do here? I guess we could do this. Draw some cards. See if we find a land. Alright, we did. That's good. Back. Alright, that kind of worked out. I mean, they could always just sweep our board here, but, you know, oh, Shieldred. You are a thing. Yeah. The smaller, junkier one has to go. Oh. Alright, so we can do this. And then turn this into a creature. And attack. Okay. Just put that in her hand for later. Cornucopia. Did not expect to see that card. I'm gonna go here since I can still use these to bounce my own stuff later, I guess. Oh, we actually don't even have to. If they can't kill a creature, let's just make this 11. Yeah. Okay, well, that worked too. I guess? Like, I don't know what this is gonna be. Oh, jeez. I swear, I feel like anytime I see something with Beanstalk, I'm just like, oh, this is gonna be a long, boring game. But it usually is. So, you know, it's not like I'm wrong. Alright, let's go ahead and play this thing. Alright, the triggers both those. Both those cases are solved. Would like to draw an untapped land so we could turn one of these into a creature and then protect it with the royal treatment, and then we'll just see what happens. Because that might be a solid route to victory. Alright, that helps a bit. Let's go here. And we'll attack. Alright, well, I'll admit that was not as long as I thought it was going to be. I guess they just figured they didn't have an easy way to get rid of a 5/4. I don't know, but we'll take it. Alright, I guess we're going to keep it. Kind of hoping to draw a non-tap land on the first couple turns, preferably a green one. But we'll see. That was definitely not it. Okay. So now I think the plan is... Ooh, that, dang it. All right, maybe we can get the opponent to do something else. I mean, they might just play that, shoot our wormlet anyway, and it's whatever, but I was also thinking maybe I should wait an extra turn, then get the Archivist and be able to fight that guy for sure, but I don't know. I mean, obviously, we're not blocking, so... I mean, if they have a way to kill the wormlet, they're going to do it anyway. But it looks like they didn't, so that changes things quite a bit. Then I think we want to do this? Weird. What are you doing here? Play that, use a rage, make it a 6. Double strike it as 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Lightning strike 7, 18, 19, 20, 21. I mean, I guess that would kill us. All right, no attacks, I guess. I mean, there's too many ways with the number of cards I have that we might be able to die. And they obviously could play some stuff, they just chose not to. Which is what makes it doubly weird. Like, if we get to block trade or whatever here, that's fine. Like, you know, we're willing to do that. Oh, that was weird. Why even wait for me to block? That just saved us 3 damage. I mean, I ain't mad at it. Just weird. Okay. So we play Archivists. Which they still have something they can do here. But they're down to 2 cards. So I think we just pass. In the turn. Because now we can bounce something and turn this, give it 3 counters, so we potentially get a good block. Oh yeah, that doesn't hurt us at all. Yeah, we love that. And then we take 3. Alright, so then we play this. We play this. Fight, fight. Yep, that'll do it. By the way, if I might have misspoke, because I was thinking this was the bounce spell in my hand, because they're the same cost and they're blue. Obviously it wasn't, but the end result was roughly the same thing. We go first. Sure. Probably a bad hand to go first with, but I want to see what happens. I mean, because we don't have any real defense other than 3 steps ahead. Well, that's unfortunate. We're going to need this to stick and then be able to counter a big removal spell. And then I don't even know what we do after that. Okay, well, they're just going early ossification, so none of that matters. Oh, crap. Crap, crap, crap. I needed to play an island there. I mean, I guess we're really worried about stopping Hallowed Haunting more than anything, but still. Alright, that's a thing. Man, we're gonna lose this. Oh, it's gonna suck. Jukai Naturalist. That is not a Hallowed Haunting, but I guess I will counter that. I mean, Hallowed Haunting's the real problem, I would think. But I don't know. I guess there's a world where I, like, could have left it and then bounce something and then try to counter the Hallowed Haunting next turn. Might have been a thing. I don't know. This hand's real bad anyway, though. Like, we're not doing anything with this. We just drew a bunch of lands this game. Yeah. We're so dead. You got it, fam. I mean, we're not doing much of anything here, really. I mean, I'm going to do this and draw, and it almost has to be, like, some type of... Well, not even... I was like, I needed the draw to be an actual threat or something, but... That's not going to work. Wow, this is bad. Now the Hallowed Haunting? Nope, it's a Teachings. They may not even have that in hand. Not that it matters, because whatever they got's way better than anything we're doing right now anyway. Oh, there goes a Haunting into the graveyard. Ooh, for a second there I thought it was going to be the +1, that thing. Oh no, they didn't have one. I was going to say the thing that gives you +1 for all your artifacts and enchantments. Alright. I guess we block. I really need to block a 3/3 is the problem. But I also need to just do this. Cycle it. I mean, like, this is the worst. This is the worst. Yeah, that's just too little too late. Yeah, we're dead. You got it, opponent. Oh my gosh, that was terrible. Yes, we will keep this. Hopefully, this goes well. Come on, big money, no whammies. No killing the wormlet here, thanks. That's a good start. Alright. Oh, Assassin's Trophy. Haven't seen that in a minute, though I have had it in a couple of test decks. Alright, so we have plenty of blue mana. That's an interesting card to get here. Pass the turn. Trailblazer. Okay, well, I definitely don't know where this is going. We're going to pass. Alright, I think I'm just going to counter this straight up. Counter and draw and discard. Oh, gross. That's not good. We have another one? Alright, well. Here we go. We'll just try to do what we can then. I don't know what they're setting up for. But now it could be a smuggler surprise or who knows what. Okay, with the land coming in tapped, it's likely not. And if it's just like Shieldred or something, we could fight that. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Sure, we draw a card. Oh, nice. Away with you. Draw an extra card here. Actually, I guess we get 2 extra cards. You were nifty, but we're going to save that for later. And I'm going to go ahead and let you deal damage to that as well. And then we're going to put counters here and attack. Alright, opponent's at 6. In the turn. Rakdos, that is a thing. Let's say during your end step, your opponent sacrifices 2 non-land, non-token permanents. If they don't, you draw 2 cards. They're at 6. I could make this a 5/6. So if I find a counter, they're just dead, right? So let's sack. This and this? Okay, well that works. Oh, no it doesn't. Oh, I should have played the Archivist first so I could draw an extra card. Yeah, that was a dumb thing. Actually, you know, it doesn't matter. Still got the extra +1 because we got an artifact. Yeah, alright, we're good. Whew, okay. Opponent feels like they were cooking on something here, though. I don't know what it was just yet, but I kind of like what's going on. Would not be surprised if the deck does have Smuggler Surprise to do some crazy things, though this needs to trigger during your end step, so it's not as good with Smuggler Surprise, but still, big blocker there. But yeah, some cool stuff that could be done with that. Oh, this will be something. Let's keep this. I would love to draw a Teething Wormlet or something. Oh, actually, against this, now we want our bounce spells. That's what we want. That's the best thing. When they draw that, like, getting the bounce spell is usually the best thing we can do. Yep, that's not good for us. Yep, we just take 3. Okay, we found one. So now we got to slow down a little bit. Pass the turn. Alright, I think we just take the 3 here unless they try to pump it or do something else to it. Just so we can slow them down a turn. Bounce this turn their incept, because they don't have any other creatures. So then we can counter their 1 creature. Then we can try to do something else and make things go. Alright. They can shoot us or whatever. Alright, they chose not to. Okay. What you got for us? Not good. So I'm assuming they have burn spells, which means this Archivist is not going to do much. But we kind of got to do it anyway, right? Worst case scenario, we'll solve both cases. So Archivist is obviously gone. Oh, not? Not? What? What's in your hand at instant speed if it's not a burn spell? With no creature? Oh, it has to be. There it is. Now they're doing it. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. Like, that was about to be crazy. Okay, so now if we can get an untapped land, we can turn one of these into a creature. We can fight a thing or deal damage to a thing. So, like, there are options here if we can draw the right cards. They're going to rage. All right, so we're going to be pretty low. I mean, they rage again. Oh, wow. All right, well, that sucks. We're at 4. So it has to be here. If it's not an untapped land, I don't know if we have an option. Unless it's a bounce spell. But and it was not an untapped land. So we're probably just dead? Well, not true. I mean, I guess we can make a blocker and try to stay alive. But that might be all we can do. Man, we needed a land so bad there. That sucks. Any chance you just have lands in hand, opponent? I doubt it, but, you know, one could always hope. Oh, yeah, we're dead. Like, okay, I guess we're at 1. And we're back in the same scenario, and we drew a tap land. Jeez. Okay, well, no way we were going to win that one. Oh, keep it. No! That sucks. Alright, well, dang it. I mean, I guess the good news is they had to play a Merrick's to cast that, so maybe we get a little bit of runway here. Looks like that. Well, that is not the case. Might be a get lost. No, a March. Wow, okay. Well, they know a big chunk of our hand already. So there is that. I'm not mad at you getting rid of that, let me tell you. Alright, gonna go here. And then if we get an untapped land, we could play Shark and protect it. And then we'll just see where things go from there. Also, Sentinel doesn't make us afraid of Wandering Emperor. And currently, they only have 1 black and 1 white mana. Unless they just drew some. Bitter Triumph, and they're just discarding Cemetery. Oh my gosh. I feel like they're just like infinite string of weird decks we're facing today. And I don't know what any of them are trying to do. Alright, well now they have double black or double white, whichever they feel they need here. March. But okay. That was strange. So we attack? Alright, well, I'm your Huckleberry. I'm probably just walking into a trap here. But that's okay. Celestia, sure. Why not? Gonna target something? Sweet. That's what I needed to see. Now we get to start turning things around. And we can save one of our creatures now. Let's activate this 1/1? No, I'm not. Because there's a good chance they have like Sunfall or something here. But I also kind of want to play a spell so they don't get a card from that. So here we go. In the turn. I'm probably just like bouncing our own Chrome Shark or something here. Invasion. Get back your big dude? I mean, alright. That's a thing. I mean, they can't target the Archivist. And this has 5 counters on it. So even when this dies, it only removes X, right? When it enters battlefield or dies. Okay. X is 3. So they're just removing that from that card? Okay. And the opponent's at 16 currently. What's the backside of this? Creature tokens, at the beginning of your end step, you make a dude. Huh. Alright, so I'm going to draw a card. Because if I can grow a thing, I could just fight that. Well, none of that mattered. That's funny. Oh, actually, if we target this, this will trigger. And then we should be able to kill that. I think that's how that works. All right, let's do it. See what the hell happens. In theory, this works the way I want it to. Okay, it does. Awesome. Cool. Sure. Then they get their invasion of Tovala back. And then we attack for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We might as well just turn one of these into a thing. And just say, if you got it, you got it. We're bringing the heat. All right. Okay, that's a good sign for us. Because we can also bounce a token or whatever in the way, and they're only at 4. But we got it covered now. Yep. Cool, cool. Okay, if we keep this hand... All right, let's try it. I don't think it's a good keep, but you never know. We will just take our time and see what we can do with this. I was going to say, maybe we get lucky. You know, could have drawn something like a Wormlet or some such, but no deal. Pirates, but they didn't play anything there. That's really peculiar. Okay, let's just do this then. Pirates that didn't play anything on turn 1 or turn 2. Okay, that's why, because you're flashing in a Malcolm. That makes sense. I should have known. I actually forgot about that card. But I should have known it was a thing. Yep, you got it. Alright. Ugh. Where are our creatures at? Alright, we can at least do this and draw a card. That'll let us solve the case. Alright, Chrome Shark could work. Pass the turn. A little weird because I don't know if I want them to actually attack with Britches here. That's a lot of extra value. And I'm kind of okay with them just having a Malcolm next turn. Though, I mean, our Chrome Shark could end up not being able to block. But that's okay. I think this is what we got to do. I mean, if they counter it, I guess they counter it. Okay. We're kind of just going to have to slowly set up here and sort of just hope this works out. And then next turn, try to turn something into a 4/4 and see what we can do. We'll have a 1/1. We'll have a 3/4 Chrome Shark. I don't know. This is gonna be tight. Oh no, opponent. Well, that's unfortunate, because now we're not gonna get to block with the Chrome Shark, which we were hoping. That's super disappointing. And they have the mana to pay for that guy. Alright, GG's. They got us. It took us too long to even find a creature there. Okay, we'll keep it. This is Hope Wormlet survives. Come on, big money. No whammies. Okay, no whammies. Good call. Then we just go here. So we can get a 3/3. Limiting the things that can kill a Wormlet here. Wouldn't mind drawing an Elvish Archivist here. I think that would be good. Oh, we're going Dinosaurs. That is not an Archivist. So, now that we know they're playing Dinosaurs, the question is, do we just get as much damage in as we can now? Because we attack them for 8. They go to a 9. I think we do. Because the next turn, I can just bounce a thing and attack for lethal. Even if they play a big, like, 6/6 here. We can just bounce whatever, play the Falcon, put counters on Wormlet, and that's ball game. Or they could just kill a creature here. Or destroy artifacts. Like, there's things they could do. This at least forces them to just not play their normal strategy, whatever it was gonna be. Yeah, that's ball game. Alright, well, sometimes this deck's just gonna do things like this, I guess. Bounce this thing. Back for 10. Alright, that was nice and simple. I don't know what to say, y'all. This genuinely looks like a weird pile of cards that somebody just threw together. Possibly an AI pile. I don't know. If there's anything I would say is cutting the 3 steps ahead to have another Case of the Filch Falcon and another Brackish Blunder might be the way to go here. But other than that, I don't really know. This is weird. Like, now, okay, don't get me wrong. It wasn't like this was gangbusters. I think it ended up being like 55% or something. So, not the craziest thing, but still, you're going to be able to ladder up and play this if you want to, like, which is wild. And it doesn't play like the largest pile of rares or anything, though totally buildable. I mean, as you get to the bottom, there's some rares, but they're all mostly rares that we've played in other decks. So you might already have a lot of these. This deck is weird, man, but it won. I don't, like, I want to trash it, but at the same time, it's a weird deck out of nowhere from a user that doesn't have a real name. So, like, I don't even know if this is a real person who made this, realistically. I mean, that's the world we're in. I don't know. But this is what we got. I'm just going to post it like this, y'all. I don't have much else to say. Again, if you want to swap the 3 steps ahead to play another Brackish Blunder and another Case of the Filch Falcon, I think that's totally reasonable. I don't think there's anything wrong with doing that. Mostly because the Case of the Filch Falcon and the Brackish Blunder are both good against mono red. This can get you a flying blocker, which is important. This can actually just bounce a thing that's a problem and buy you a turn, while also producing a map, which is key. So, 3 steps ahead does protect you against stuff like sweepers or whatever, but at the same time, if you get a Case of Filch Falcon, you also can just turn a thing into a creature, or you can also just bounce one of your things that would otherwise die and just keep trucking, right? So I'm kind of okay with that on both ends. Matter of fact, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move 3 steps ahead. I'm going to put in one more Case and one more Brackish Blunder and just let that be what it is. But the list, as it's going to go up: 4 Case of the Filch Falcon, 3 Hard-Hitting Question, 3 Royal Treatment, 4 Teething Wormlet, 4 Brackish Blunder, 2 Deduce, 2 Proph's Eidetic Memory, 4 Elvish Archivist, 3 Ozolith, 3 Chrome Host Seed Shark, 3 Zoetic Glyph, 3 Sentinel of the Nameless City, 7 islands, 6 forests, 4 botanical sanctum, 2 restless vinestock, and 4 Yavimaya coast. Argument can be made that we could play like one, let me see. Well, we're almost even on colors here, huh? I would say we could get away playing 1 Myrix as well. I think that's totally reasonable to have in here. And just long game, you can produce artifact creatures that obviously trigger some things or whatever. But yeah, that's it. That's the experiment that apparently worked. Now, if you want something more traditional that actually does the thing you think it's going to do, we did play a humans list that got to use Mishra and Ishin and do some really crazy stuff with double triggers during the attack step. So that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.